Yes, good morning, students. So here we start a new chapter, memory organization. Okay, let me give you the introduction introduction to this chapter here. So here, memory organization. We learned in the last chapter about input-output organization, that is the organization of system for taking the information into the system and sending the data, sending information out of the system. Okay, and here this memory organization is the organization of the system for storing the information. Memory is meant for storing information, right? So here memory organization is the organization of system for storing the information and for transferring information between the different storage units. Okay, in this chapter, we learn about how the storage is done. Okay, what all the different units that are used for storing information and how the information flow between these different storage units. So the components of this storage part of the computer are the commonly used components are main memory, auxiliary memory, and cache memory. Main memory is the memory unit that communicates directly with the CPU. Programs that are being processed, that are currently being processed, and the data that are currently being used, okay, for the processing need to be stored in main memory. So CPU, this is the memory unit that directly communicates with the CPU. And the second storage unit is auxiliary memory. These are the devices that provide backup storage. Okay, the programs and the data that are not being currently executed by the processor, not being currently processed by the processor are stored in auxiliary memory. Okay, as a backup storage, we use it as a backup storage. And cache memory, it is a very high speed memory to increase the processing speed. Generally, cache memory is used to increase the processing speed and it increases the system performance. So we are in this chapter, we are going to discuss in detail about these memory units. Okay, what is main memory? And we are going to learn about this in detail, and then auxiliary memory, cache memory, and virtual memory. Here is the memory hierarchy. Okay, this is to explain the arrangement of memory units that are placed in a hierarchical order. So here we have this auxiliary memory, okay, magnetic tapes and disk as auxiliary memory, and main memory, then cache memory. Okay, let's see what is main memory. This is the unit that directly communicate with the CPU. Okay, as I said, all the programs that are currently being executed and the data, okay, that are currently being used for processing. Okay, the data that are used for some calculations are stored in main memory. Okay, CPU is directly connected with the main memory. So if any program that need to be processed, it has to be brought to main memory. Otherwise, when the program is not being executed, it may be stored in auxiliary memory. Because main memory has very less storage space. Main memory is expensive. Okay, the RAM and ROM chips. Okay, random access memory. We will learn about this in detail. Just giving you a brief. Okay, and here we are learning in this memory hierarchy, we are learning how these units, the different units such as auxiliary memory, main memory, and cache memory are placed in the system in the hierarchical order. Main memory is the unit that is directly connected. So all the programs that are being executed currently need to be stored in main memory. Okay, when the program is in auxiliary memory, it cannot be processed. When the CPU need to process it, it has to be brought to main memory. The programs that are not currently being executed will not reside in main memory. It will be stored in auxiliary memory only, okay, to save the memory space main memory space. The computers will have a very less main memory space. Okay, to save that, the programs are stored in auxiliary memory, and when being executed, when needed for execution, okay, it is transferred to main memory. Here the transfer between the auxiliary memory and main memory is done through this input-output processor. Okay, main memory is placed in the middle in the hierarchy. If you see, this is the low speed. These are the low speed devices, auxiliary memory. In the last chapter, I described these storage units like magnetic disk and magnetic tape as the faster devices, right? There we were comparing these storage devices, okay, when they are used as input, means when the data is transferred, when the data is taken from the magnetic disk, okay, as the input. Magnetic disk was the input unit there. So when we compare it with the other input devices, this is faster. Okay, keyboard is a very slower operating device. So when we compare with those input devices and output devices, this is the faster device, okay, faster operating device. But when we compare this with the other memory units like main memory and cache memory, this is the slowest device. Auxiliary memory is slower operating storage unit. So this comes in from low to high if we place them in the hierarchy. Okay, low speed to high speed. Magnetic tapes are the slowest device. Okay, the performance of magnetic tapes are very slow. Then comes magnetic disk, and main memory is the, okay, this has higher speed than this magnetic disk and tapes. And cache memory, okay, the high speed devices, cache memory. The main goal of using this cache memory is to speed up the process. So this is a high speed memory. Okay, this is a hierarchical order. Auxiliary memory is the slowest device. Here, if we compare these, magnetic tapes are slowest, okay, very slow device, and then magnetic disk, and after that memory, it is a faster device, and then the fastest is cache memory. Okay, and but this auxiliary memory has large space, okay, than main memory. The storage space is more here in auxiliary memory. So large data files, okay, and other large programs are stored generally in auxiliary memory. Okay, and when the CPU execute those programs, that portion of the program is brought to main memory, because main memory may not have space enough to store such large data files or large program files. Okay, so whenever the CPU wants to execute those programs and use the data, that is being brought to main memory, and once the process is over, it's being sent back to auxiliary memory for storage. And compared to main memory, it is the low speed memory, and it is inexpensive. Okay, main memory is expensive, and here this is less expensive than main memory. So let's come to this cache memory. It is here in the hierarchy. If you see, main memory comes in the center. Main memory is directly connected to the CPU, and it is also connected to the auxiliary memory, correct? Main memory is directly connected to the CPU. It is also connected to the auxiliary memory through the IO processor, and main memory is also connected to the cache memory. Okay, so here CPU has no direct connection with the auxiliary memory, because CPU will not execute the files that is in auxiliary memory. Okay, for execution, it has to be stored in main memory only. So here, this cache memory, it is a high-speed memory, okay, that transfers data and programs at high speed to the processor. This increases the speed of processing. It is used for increasing the speed of processing. Okay, generally when we compare the speed of this processor and the main memory, processor is the faster operating device. Okay, so this cache memory is used to compensate the speed difference between the CPU and main memory. Okay, when these two communicate, when CPU and memory, okay, transfer between CPU and main memory takes place, memory may send the information slower than the speed of the CPU. Okay, so to compensate that, there is speed difference here between the CPU and main memory. So to compensate that, to make the process, okay, make the transfer faster, we use cache memory. Cache memory is used to make this transfer faster. Thus, it increases the performance, right? Finally, the performance of the system is increased. Okay, this has very less storage. Okay, and generally the programs, the part of the programs, okay, that are executed or repeated many times, or even the data that is currently being executed and that is most often needed, okay, that are frequently used. Okay, when it is stored in a high-speed memory, it is easy for the processor to access it faster. Okay, so such programs and data are stored in cache memory. So what is memory management system? It is a part of the computer system that supervises the flow of information between the storage units. Okay, CPU generally manages the overall operations of the computer, right? Having the arithmetic and logic unit for performing the calculations and the control unit for controlling the entire operations. It manages the operations. And we have discussed that in the last class, the DMA controller manages the direct memory access. Okay, when the transfer is done between the IO devices and the memory directly, the unit that control the operations is the DMA controller. Okay, here when we talk about memory, okay, when we talk about the storage, we need a system that manages it. Memory management system. This is a part of the computer system that supervises the flow of the information between the different storage units. In the next class, we will learn about main memory. I gave you the introduction and main memory and then auxiliary memory, cache memory. Okay, we will learn about all these units in detail. Main memory is the unit that stores the programs and data that are currently being executed. Okay, that is directly connected to the CPU. And auxiliary memory, okay, it is the storage unit that stores large data files and programs, okay, that are not currently being executed. Okay, so whenever these programs and data are needed for processing, it is transferred to main memory. Okay, main memory is connected to this auxiliary memory through the IO processor. Okay, in the hierarchy, these are the slower operating devices, auxiliary memory, and then the main memory is the faster device, faster than auxiliary memory, and cache memory, it is the fastest device, okay, fastest unit. So cache memory is used to speed up the process. This also will hold store the programs and data that are currently needed. But the programs and data that are most frequently used, okay, or the repeated part of the programs and the data that are frequently used for in the current calculations, okay, to access it faster, that are stored in cache memory, as this is a high-speed memory, okay, to increase the processing speed.